What is good, Josh? I'm the SmooveGotGame man, back with another Pittsburgh Pirates rebuild video. If you are brand new to the family, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on your way in. If you guys are enjoying the baseball content, not only are we getting closer and closer to this postseason run, we could be seeing our first ever postseason game in the series here pretty soon too, as we are coming down closer and closer to the end of the year. We're sitting at 75 and 68. We're actually about to face off against the series here against one of the toughest teams on the National League side. The Diamondbacks actually surprisingly have done their rebuild and did their research, and now they're up to almost 90 wins, closing in on possibly a 100-win season if they can really kind of show out here through September. But I thought it was an interesting way to go through this episode. We do a lot of full games and stuff. I thought a way to go through this episode pretty quickly is we don't really have any key matchups that I would see here left. I mean, you can see here by the standings, we're over the Reds, which we don't play anymore this season. We're under the Brewers by 4 games, who we don't play anymore this season. The Cardinals are our last divisional opponent. So, and I don't think we have a series here against the Braves either, who is also fighting with wildcard position or the Dodgers. So we might do this one pretty quickly as far as like just doing critical situations and player locks instead of any full games. I don't know yet. Let's just see how that video shapes out. See if any key matchups kind of pop up here. As you can see, we're playing Arizona, San Francisco, Houston, New York, Miami, and then finally St. Louis. So getting things kicked off here with Arizona, we get a win in game 1. Popping into game 2 here, bottom of the 9th, we are tied at a score of 1-1. And I can't tell you how good this team is, bro. Like, the Diamondbacks are really good on offense, really good with their pitching. So the fact that we stole game 1 and actually have them in a 1-1 stalemate here in game 2 is surprising. But Jackson Wolf in the game here in long relief. And this is the shortest critical situation of my life. That ball is gone. 2-run, walk-off home run. I was not expecting it to be that quick that we would lose the game. But just like that, a first pitch curveball. And I told you this offense is dangerous. Carroll, as I had to click into the game and watch this celebration, pissed off. Getting an L here to start out the episode, man. If that's not a funny way to begin an episode as far as gameplay goes, I don't know what it is. Leave a like on your way in. But just know, I mean, 8 hits today, but only able to push across run off of a solo home run by Nathan Church. We got to get more consistent with our hits coming back to back. We go into games, get a lot of hits going through, but they need to start coming back to back so we can chain across more RBIs and less people left on base. So coming through to game 3 here, we end up winning 11-7, and we're going to keep track of the standings here. See where we're at. Still 4 games behind the Brewers, 2 games up on the Reds, 1 game up over the Mets for the 3rd spot in the wild cards. Now the Braves have overtaken us with a 5-game winning streak. The Dodgers are both at 8-2. The Mets are at 9-1 on a 9-game winning streak. Definitely have a lot to play for here closely down the edge. We end up winning here 6-1 against the Giants. That game was pretty out of hand. No reason to jump in there. Lose the next day 3-6, and then have another tie game here. 6-6 ball game. Top of the 8th inning. And this could be a great chance to steal a game here, steal a series if possible. So I wanted to come up here and check, make sure we weren't in player lock mode. We do have full control over the game here, so we're going to play out the end of this. Anthony Santander, who's 3 for 4 on the day. Ugh. That's a good. Oh, I thought that was a home run. That is a good game here today. 3 for 4 is great. No wonder we have 6 runs here today. Middle of the order is actually producing. And now we just need a clutch hit from him. Full count now. 3-2. Chopped on the ground over to first. They're going to throw it over for second for 1. Back over to first base, and they got him. Full count ends up being the ground ball that they need. It looks like we have Lucas Sims in the game, finishing up from the 7th inning, coming into the 8th. We'll see if we can go ahead and keep things close and tight here for us. Patrick Bailey chopping this one to the ground. It's going to be a base hit down the third base line. But Peguero, what the heck is he doing in left field? Where's Brian Reynolds? Why is Reynolds not in left field? Don't tell me my man's is hurt, as that's going to be a fly ball at the Santander in right. We'll go ahead and glove that one to get it down. But yeah, I kind of like this style of play. I know we haven't done it too much here, though. The critical situations, we've hopped in a couple here and there. It's a fun way to kind of blitz through, you know, a good couple weeks, a month. You know, hop in, do a couple of critical situations. You get to play with your team more, play with certain players more, get more key at bats, see milestones that you would have missed out on. And just honestly see how the computer actually controls your team too. Like, see what kind of rotations they put in as far as what relievers come in what situations. Like, Lucas Sims here, I can pretty much agree with you on tight game here. You want to keep it close. put in one of our best relievers, so I can agree with this. But situations like Peguero being in left field, like what happened to make that one work? Is this going to be a wild pitch here? We throw off the second base, not covering. Taking that one low. Jorge Soler has the full count here. Chopping this one on the ground. Everybody was stealing off though here, but it's 2 out. So the easy throw to first will end this 8th inning. Taking us to the 9th against Jalen Beeks. 4.3 ERA is looking promising for us. So let's go ahead and make something happen here. Julian Cortez to start us off. 0 for 4 on the day. Oh, no wonder he 0 for 4 if they call him like that. That was the worst strike call in history. So we got to get our get back here with O'Neal Cruz getting a base hit up the right field. I cannot believe they called that for real. That still has me shocked. That ball was nowhere near the strike zone. And unfortunately, because of that, we have 1 out that we probably shouldn't have. As now O'Neal Cruz is going to have to get us into scoring position, taking off for second and getting that easily his 16th of the season. And Rob Key, who's also 0 for 4 here today, has not strung across a couple of hits. But it's going to be a deep ball way out to center field. Back near the bullpen at the wall to be gloved in up against it. I thought for a second that might have just kept carrying, but catches that one just shot. I think that's probably like a couple feet away from being a home run, just a little bit off. The wind probably pushed it back down into the field. And there we go. Thank you. Yeah, no, don't get frustrated. Give me that ball right back. That should have been Cortez's. We still need to try to get a run here if possible. Hayes watches that circle change off the plate by Beeks. And I'll bring up our 8 hitter here, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's had a very struggle-filled season, as we all know. That's why he's down here in the lower part of the order. He has to be considering his replacement already. But here he's going to get a ball that'll get down in the right field gap, and that's kind of perfectly in between. We're going to score 1 at least in the second one. But what's going to happen with Pete? He's got a ton of speed. Is he going to go to the plate? The throw will go there. Be pretty good too. So we're going to hold up at third base, but not before his 9th triple of the season. Pete gives us an 8-6 lead here. That was a good ball. I mean, especially because he's been struggling all season. Just kind of, I think that was a slider. Just kind of whipped across the plate. Good contact on it. Pushed it out into the outfield right over the second baseman's head. And right into a good spot in the gap. So that'll bring on Jose Leclerc with a chance to come in and get his 36th save of the season. I think that strikeout percentage too at 20%. Blake Sabal. So they're going to have their 4, 5, and 6 up kind of the same exact way that we did here. Let's see if theirs fares the same way. That's going to be a deep fly ball back in the right field. Going back towards the corner. And that will be gloved in. I don't know if that field was the same length all the way across. That might have been gone. That's how close that one was. It would either been a high double off the wall or gone. So thankfully their field plays into our hands. That's exactly what you want to see because you know they heard it. Swings and misses through the 4-seamer upstairs. We love that. Gavin Sheets, go sit down for your boy. And now Marco Luciano. 1 for 4 on the day. He's going to watch that one come in on the hands. Can we go ahead and get out of this inning? Chopped on the ground. That's a broken back. Leclerc's got to get on his horse to go get it. The flip. Got him over at first base. Great play by the pitcher to end this one off. Sims giving up daps because he just got a dub out of the bullpen. Great job by the offense there late to go to pick up those last 2 runs for us. Pete Crow coming in and being the hero and giving us the series win. 2 triples on the day, actually, too. So that was his 2nd triple of the day. Sims going in for an inning in 2/3. 3 RBIs here from Pete Alonso. Great games all around us. We had multiple multi-hit games outside of the ones that we already mentioned. Cruz had 2. Hayes, Armstrong, Davis. Now, of course, we were part of Cruz, Hayes, and Armstrong getting their 2nd hits. But nice 2-hit days all around. Alonso hit his 29th home run of the season, giving him up to 93 RBIs. And then Jarrett Jones, 6 innings, 4 earned. So one of his bad starts here today. A little inconsistent. And then Jose Hernandez was not able to hold the door at all, only getting 1 out. But after that series, we're now down 5. Behind the Brewers, still a half game behind the Braves. And that leads us into a series here against the Astros. And speaking of our hometown hero here, we're going to get a player lot game in with Pete Armstrong here. So now facing up against Christian Javier and the Stros. Which you guys remember in my Tiger series. The Stros were one of my, boy, they were the team I hated to see the most. The Stros and the Guardians, it just seemed like they were just bad luck. Every other team we was kind of straight against. Those two teams got under my skin. I would say that so far in this series, out of the games we played, I have yet to kind of feel that way against any other teams. Like, I don't feel like there's a team that just kind of has our number here in this series. As you see, Santander hits a solo run up top. We are in the bottom of the 7th here, down 4-3, as Armstrong finally gets his first hit of the day, be it a swinging bunt. But I guess there's plenty of time to go ahead and take off for these base paths. We're going off for second base first. Give me those. Lance McCullers Jr. is now in the ball game too for them as well. So I'm looking to take off for third, possibly here, 2 outs. In on the hands, and just a nice ground ball over to first. We weren't able to capitalize on that in here. Going to the bottom of the 10th, Armstrong is the final out here. Facing off against TJ Atone, trying to get the save for the Stros. And we're trying to make a little 2-out magic happen as he misses through that sinker. Atone tied for 4th in the AL and saves the season, going for save number 40 here tonight with the 0-2. Coming back 1-2, evens it up there with the sinker low and away. There we go. Good vision to be patient and wait for one, and that's what we needed. Maybe a little 2-out magic here to go ahead and help things out as we get over at first base. You can see me trying to change to full game mode here just so we didn't have to like lose out on that at bat, but I obviously got to it a little bit late there, so we'll turn it off here. Unfortunately, we're already in a 3-1 count here. I think we pretty much know what was about to happen. So Henry Davis will go ahead and come up here and walk with that slur being called low. Could have really went either way, but we'll go ahead and have runners now at first and second, 2 outs for Brian Reynolds to go ahead and lead us to, man, take me home. He's trying to lead us to victory. We end up going out sad 4-3 here in game number 1. Our average leader just kind of chopping one right at a good location, right into the dirt. Marco Gonzalez gets the loss here, only 5 innings of work, 3 earned runs, not a bad start, but once again, 9 hits and not really kind of chaining them together. Shout out to Santander and Pete for the 2-hit days. Reynolds, Hayes, and Santander all hit homers. So Reynolds is at 26, Santander at 29. Leading us into game 2, where this time around we're just going to go ahead and simulate because we're up big, 9-1 victory. And going into game 3, a chance for Jose Leclerc to go ahead and save us out and give us another series win. So not sweeping series, but we're at least getting series victories, which will be good for helping us keep pace for this third wildcard spot. Maybe even catch up to the Braves for the second one. Although now I have a moment to think about that. I don't even know if we want the second wildcard spot. That means we have to go face the Dodgers. We might have to tank just enough to keep this third spot and not fall out of the postseason. Because I don't think I want to face the Dodgers just yet. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to face them at some point, but let's get some confidence first before we face them. Let's get a series. Let's get a postseason series win, just like we win here today with the ground ball over the first. Easy play for the Pirates to go ahead and take this series 2-3. Leclerc coming in for save number 37, and Julian Cortez, player of the game, 2 for 3, a home run and an RBI here today. So shout out to the offense here for being able to string across those 9 hits, at least bring home 3. Julian Sung Che Ching actually getting in the game here, and a little bit of relief getting a 2-hit day. David Schneider coming in relief, so it looks like it was the backup game. Nathan Church also in the ball game too as well. So backups all over the place. Cortez up to 35 home runs down his rookie year, 89 RBIs. Pete Alonso's closing in on 100. And as we come back in, I want to take a look here at the minor league stats here. As you can see, the AAA team, the Indians, have been eliminated from all their postseason. The AA team looking like they'll probably make it. I think they did clinch. And up here at the major league level, we're still 5 games behind the Brewers, but 4 games up on the Reds. So we're kind of giving ourselves a little bit of distance there as the Diamondbacks and Dodgers both clinch playoff spots. And then the Braves still have yet to clinch it, but they're now a game and a half better than us, with us now 4 games over the Mets and Reds. So still hot streaks going on up at the top. Braves 9-1, Dodgers 8-2. But here in top of the 8th, we have a chance to get another dub here convincingly over the Mets to win 6-0. And this is a 4-game series here, so we're going to have plenty of action here against them, as they are actually right behind us too in the standings, with the Reds trying to catch up on this last wild card spot. So here in the bottom of the 8th, we have a runner at second. A chance to possibly make a comeback here with Pete Crow grounding this one on the ground. We're going to try to take off for third base. Throw's going to go over there. Oh, we're going to have to go back for second. I wish they would just throw to first. Let me move up. Just let me move up, bro. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Y'all got y'all lead already. It's okay. Henry Davis coming up next. We do have speed over there with 2 outs, so why not go ahead and take off for first base, first pitch? That's a ball right down the middle. Probably should have swung, but we're going to take off for second base and grab that anyway. We will try to take third too as well. Yes, we're on the move. That's right down the middle, and give me those. 2-run home run. Henry Davis cleared the deck. The cannonballs are coming through, as that is a big shot from the catcher, the all-star, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. 18 homers himself, getting a long drive out there to left field. No doubt home run, giving us the lead back in Pittsburgh. Y'all better love that. What were those dance moves? As he scores not only himself, but Pete Crow as well. So I guess the out didn't matter anyway, whether it was over at first or at second. Either way, we ended up picking up 2 runs here. And there goes that dangerous man. Once again, we're going to go to our closer because it's closing time. A 2-1 count here. And we have to face off against 3, 4, and 5. Is they're alerting here for a possible drag bunt from the 3-hitter is crazy. Let's go ahead and just throw these things up high so we go ahead and get good efficiency and then come back with the breaking pitch that we swing over top of. Jeff McNeil will have to go sit down. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the episode so far. You guys like these, player locks, critical situations. Let me know what you guys feel about the game speed too as well. You feel like we're going through stuff kind of fast, slow it down. Let me know how you guys are feeling about these videos, and we'll definitely adjust them to how you guys would like to see them. Or if you like them how they are, we'll keep them pushing just the way they is. Now we do have that runner at second base now after the base hit and steal attempt here. Jack Swinsky swings over the top of the circle change. He's going to sit down as well. So that'll be 2 outs, 2 strikeouts. And it'll be up to Brandon Nimmo with an 0-2 count himself. He'll just pop this one up to Alonso, who will range in foul territory. Settle underneath, and that's 2-0 series lead. So we're able to go ahead and get that game as well for us. Going in and having a 5-hit performance, but it was just enough to get the dub. Thankfully, through that 2-earned home run. Jared Jones, 7 innings, 1 earned, 9 Ks. Great start, just no offense. Leading us into a game 3 here, in which we are once again down 2-1. You see a lot of these critical situations we're coming into. We're losing and having to use the offense to come back. Because the offense wasn't doing their job in the first place. It's not even like we're losing bad because of the pitching or scored a lot of runs and the pitching just kind of couldn't hold. It's always low scoring, and it's just the offense kind of being weak here at the end of games. It has us struggling so bad here now. Rob Key, 7, 8, and 9 are going to come in here having to face a tough task against Edwin Diaz, the 3rd most saves in the National League, and you can see why with that high heat. 99 miles per hour straight through the inside of the bat. Followed up by 91 mile per hour slider going right outside of Davis's reach. And here just with the last at bat, instead of having Nathan Church try, I thought I'd go to our guy Brian Reynolds. I know it's your day off, but we need a little 2-out magic here if possible. And the first pitch he sees is just pop sky high. We just didn't have to waste no stamina to just walk down to first base, but unfortunately we end up losing here to the Mets. Still up on the series 2-1. But now this gives them a chance to tie the series and be one of the first series this month that we did not win outright. So shout out to Jackson Wolf, able to go ahead and put up a good performance, just not enough offense. And now we have the minor league seasons ending here. AAA did not make the postseason, but AA did. Once again for that 3rd straight year in the series. I swear, like I told you guys, they're always making it in this postseason. It's just a matter of whether they win it or not. We're still trying to play catch up here. I mean, 84-72 is a little bit closer, just 3 games back. And then just 3 games up over the Reds right now in this wild card standing. So trying to take care of that. But before we get back to the gameplay, why not check out on our minor leaguers? Mitch Webb, kind of standing as a kind of premier shortstop here. Defense first kind of guy, but had a pretty good season. 262, led us in hits with 121, 13 home runs, 64 RBIs down at AA. Josh Worth was second, the only other one to get over 100. Seen plenty of development this year. +5 to his vision, 7 to his discipline. Finished with 108, batting 239 though. So I mean, gotta get that average up a little bit. So he'll still probably be at AA for a little bit longer. Only one that hit double-digit home runs was Mitch Jeb. And he has C potential too. So I mean, could be a solid bench player starter for us there at the next level. We'll have to see. Maybe he gets a call to AAA possibly for this team. But right now he's gonna be tasked with leading this team to another AA championship, going for back-to-back years. as Sean Ross ends up leading us in average 327 since being sent down from AA. Tres Gonzalez, the real leader, though, 285 with a .352 on base percentage there for us. So Tres Gonzalez also another player to kind of potentially look at moving up. Pitching wise here, saves. So we had 40 there from Hunter Stretton, just being moved down to AA to make room for our up and coming closer. Good job there for him. ERA, I don't know how you get a 20.25, but I guess it's after an inning and a third. But we had a guys do pretty good here. Only 2 guys got over 4, Ronaldo Reyes and Thomas Harrington. Whips were looking pretty good. Only 2 guys over 1.5, and one of them only got limited innings. And then quality starts 17 to 27 here by Rico Guevara, a deep potential prospect, so nothing amazing about him. 16 here for Clifford Reyes. Out of 27 starts, 10 out of 28 for Ronaldo Reyes, who is B potential. So he's somebody to look at 23 years old, a lefty. Could maybe look at some AAA time next season possibly, but I mean, 4.95 ERA, still has some work to do better at AA. Harrington went 4 for 6 in this short time, getting sent down, and Ray Felix, 2 for 2 in his attempts, like as a starter, but with 67, he's probably gonna be more of a long reliever permanently. Like I might even move him to the bullpen for sure. Now, as far as AAA, Alexis Santos, though, will stay over here with the pitching. Great development in 78 overall. He's probably going to see Major League time this upcoming season. I would not be surprised if he's on the spring training roster. 47 saves, only 3 blown at AAA. Had a great year, .92 ERA, .88 whip. That man was an animal there. I think he deserves a shot to come up to the Major League level and possibly close some games for us. We'll see. Now, Rico Bourne as well, 6-5 or 5-9 record and 6 starts there. Another guy could be like a long reliever for us. Had a 5.3 ERA though, so might need to go down to the AA level to work on some things. Same with Xander Moth there, as well as the only 2 guys that had over 1.5 whip, running in with Ryan Ryder too as well. And then quality starts, Eric Lauer, 18 for 30, Quinn Priester, 18 for 30. We gotta see what those guys can offer at Major League level or get gone. Bailey Falter, 8 for 24, might be a guy that also gets gone. So 3 possible replacements there. Aiden Tatsuki finishes with 3 out of 7, a 2.98 ERA and a 1.11 whip in his short time that we moved him up to the AAA level at 18 years old. Still got plenty of room to grow, B potential. Still got to be excited about what he could potentially bring for the future for us. Anthony Bergeron had a decent time there, 4 innings. Not too bad of work there. He didn't get much time there, so maybe spend a full season there next time. And then for our position players here, a lot of guys hitting over 100 hits. Herbert Bill, don't be surprised if you see him up next year. +10 power right, +5 power contact right, +4 on his vision. Defense all went up +3 or +4. 337 on base, 500 slugging there. Led the team in home runs with 23, 89 RBIs. Lawrence Gold also doing good, 117. He had a good spring last year, so don't be surprised if maybe if another second one goes good, he gets called up. Ethan Salas, who we're looking to kind of bring up to be backup catchers, up to an 80 overall, not 19 years old. Didn't have a good time at the show when he was up last year, but 270, 13 runs and 64 RBIs at AAA shows really good. Nick Gonzalez, maybe his career can get back on path. 102 hits for him too as well. Drew Jones, still waiting for him to break out. He did get 92 hits, but average is still on the low 230 end. 16 home runs by Gonzalez, 13 by Ethan. Stolen bases, Herbert Bill led in that too at 19. Sammy Sayani, 348 average, 328 by Patrick Roberts. So don't be surprised if he's up at spring training either. 395 on base, showing that he's really good at getting on base too, as well as getting his hits in. Herbert Bill, pretty lower in that category, but he led in so many other ones that we're not even tripping over that. Looking at the errors, he only had 9 this year too as well. ISO was at 232. I mean, I think that man is ready to definitely go ahead and come up here to the major league level. I want to look at his splits really quick to see what he's doing. 16 home runs versus righties compared to 7 of them against lefties. Batted 270 against righties, 226 against lefties. I think he's ready to come up to the show though, at least get a spring training in, see what he can develop into. But that's enough for the minor leagues. They're going to play out their AA series, and AAA is going to be at home watching. Hopefully both sides get some dubs here. As now we got to go back to the major league level. We have a series here against Miami coming to the close of the season. As that's going to be a dribbler down the lines. We're focusing in today on Rob Key, one of the from draft to major league level standouts this past season. As he's doing good here so far, getting that one up the line for an early double here, his 19th of the season. And now Brian Hayes has an early RBI chance here, so he'll just shrug this one off the hands. That'll be an easy play over the first for the out. Now we have 6 games left in the season. 3 here in Miami, 3 against the St. Louis Cardinals, and we are 3 games back behind the Brewers. So we need some luck from another team to beat them, as well as we need to win these games. So the more wins we can get, the better we will be. Now here in the 6th, the game is still tied 0-0, but Rob has a great chance here with the runner at first and O'Neal Cruz, it looks like. So we have speed at first. A ball in the gap, or kind of similar to what he did last time. Might be able to score him, maybe. There goes a liner into the outfield. Perfectly timed up, just hardly hit off the bat. 111 on the exit velo. But because of that, it's just a hard hit base hit right into a glove, basically. And we'll have to leave things up to Hayes once again here. Can he come in clutch the second time around? Pop this one up. Shallow right field. It will not get down. So far the game is still 0-0. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Santander hit a 3-run home run in the top half. It's 3-1 here. Mitch Keller is still in the game, trying to get out of here. We're going to get a chopper on the ground here, right over to Key, who's been playing second base much of the season and doing pretty good at it. Not too many positions to get errors there, as we do get another 2-run home run here to make it 5-1. Wanted to see if it would let me switch in, but it was a little too late here to get the close of this one. But Mitch Keller going for a complete game victory as we get out number 2 here, with Rob Key throwing him out over at first base. And actually, by my surprise, they let us go ahead and stay in here. Now, unfortunately, we gave up the 2-run home run, so wasn't able to get the complete game victory. But now Jose Leclerc is going to come in for the 1-out save here, preferably, as the runner's going to take off for second. It's a dribbler on the ground. Key's going to go pick it up. Throw over to first. And there's the win number 1. Got the first one in this series here for us. Like I said, it's going to take just wins and Brewers losses to get us all the way through. Brian Reynolds 2 for 4, home run, 2 RBI, shout out to him. Santander also had 2, and then home run for himself. Davis, Key, both had 2 hits, 2 hit games. So most of the offensive production today coming from those late inning home runs. But hey, we'll take it when we're getting dubs. So that's a 2-game winning streak heading into game 3, where Jose Leclerc has another chance for a 1-run lead save. Now the tying run is at second base already, so a little bit high situation here. This ball's going to be in the ground, no movement. And how I said we would bring up Alexis up to possibly go to the major league level, he might be taking over this closer role. We've seen Jose Leclerc get more blown saves than he has in his career here recently. And you never know where regression is going to hit, but it doesn't hurt to have maybe both of them up here. So instead of getting rid of Leclerc on the last year of his deal, maybe let him play it, but in a setup role. So now I have basically kind of 2 closers. Somebody that I can really trust to set the game up in the 8th, and somebody that can go ahead and close things down in the 9th. And then if our young guy starts to struggle, we'll just move Leclerc back there and just move him either down to AAA or into the bullpen and see if he can get it right from there. Now here, he's doing a great job of getting through this outing, as we have got 2 outs, runner at third, exactly what you wanted to have happen here if you are the Pirates, because 2 sac flies could have tied this ball game up. Instead, Nick Madrigal is looking at an 0-2 slider that he pops up out to Church, coming in relief, I guess, of Santander. And there's the final out, man. That's 2 back-to-back wins, 3-game winning streak. Hopefully we're making some ground over here in the NL Central and making sure that we keep our status there in the wild card the same. 5 hits as a squad, Reynolds with 2, Crow with 2. Another game where we just kind of struggled on offense. Henry Davis, 2 RBIs. I guess he just hit maybe like 2 sac flies, possibly to score Reynolds maybe. I'm not exactly sure how he was able to do it, but he was able to. And then Paul Skeens, those 2 wild pitches today, 5 1/3, 1 earned. So maybe the pitch count was just a little bit up there, but a pretty good start nonetheless. And Nestor Cortez is finally coming back from injury, so we'll have him in time for the postseason. So it means we have to move somebody down too as well. But we got to figure out what his spot on the rotation is going to be and whose spot is he's taking. Everybody in the lineup is on fire right now, so to not mess up that groove, I think it's only fair to move the guy that we just moved up, and that's Marco Gonzalez. So we'll go ahead and move him over into the starting rotation, move down Jose Hernandez, who's been struggling in the bullpen up here, and just go with 3 long relievers. Now you can see here the Brewers have clinched the playoff spot with 2.5 games back behind them now. They're on the 6-4 in their last 10, so downward while we're going upwards. We could potentially catch up and maybe still take it. Dodgers clinched their wild card spot, was the win there in the last game. So now we're kind of fighting with the Braves, still only 1 full game back. And the Reds are still 3.5 games back. So if the Reds lose, they should be out of it completely. And we have 4 games left, so I guess if they lose and we win, and we do end up winning, 11-4 dub there. Didn't even require me to come in at all. Great offensive production, 13 hits as a squad, 4 for 5 day for Brian Reynolds, 3 ribbies. Gots to love to see it, and a home run today for him too as well. Jason Delay, 2 doubles and 3 RBIs on the day. Jarrett Jones, a good start, 6 in the third, only 3 earned, 4 total, keeping that ERA sub 4, and that does clinch for the first time in this series a playoff spot for your Pittsburgh Pirates at 87-72 right now. 3 games left on the schedule, and we're 3 behind the Brewers. That means, if the Brewers win the next game, they take the division, and we would take the last wild card spot. But if we are able to win out and they lose, well, they'd have to lose out. So at any point that the Brewers win is basically all over. So I figured, why not? Let's player lock until we get to that point. So here we have a series against the St. Louis Cardinals. We've done pretty well against them all season. So we're just going to try to continue up with that pace here. Nestor Cortez Jr. getting in 1 start before we get into the postseason. Why not? Let him get his arm back warmed up and ready to go before we have to go ahead and go into full postseason play with them. And if we're going to play a lot with anybody, why not it be the best player on the team, Brian Reynolds? Been above 300, honestly been above 320, I want to say, all season. He's really been around that 325, 330 range for a big chunk of the season. Now here he's going to ground the second pitch he sees on the dirt. I said on the what? On the dirt, in the dirt, on the ground, whatever you want to say. But that's going to be out number 1 against Matthew Liberatore. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, we have that runner at first, no outs. Ooh, 199. Okay, he's 1 hit away from 200, so we'll keep our eyes on that too as well. This is going to be a chopper on the ground. It will be gloved though, so that won't be hit 200. Thought maybe that might squeeze past it. You look down below, Brewers did clinch the NL Central. They did win today, so no high drama. It looks like we will just end up being the 6th seed here. Yeah, I guess we still can kind of technically catch the Braves. We'll kind of look and see if we can see their score down below. Here we have a 2-0 lead too as well. So it looks like we could be coming away this game with the W here. Nestor Cortez Jr. doing pretty good. Now in a little bit of a pickle. First and second. This is going to be a ball on the ground. We're going to have to come in throwing with Reynolds. You know he's not that good in the field. Does he have the cannon to get this one in though? That will be in time to get the runner at the plate. Brian Reynolds is a Gold Glove legend out in left field. And man, if you know, you know, because that really could have went left really quickly. But they end up coming back anyway, scoring 3 runs here. And we're in the top of the 9th inning, down 3-2. Lucas Sims is in, just trying to keep us where we're at. You can see the standings in there. We're 4.5 up over the Reds, so we've clinched our spot. It's just a matter of where we are in terms of Atlanta. Because you guys already know how the place is going to be. If we have the 6th seed, we will play the lowest winning divisional leader. As I think, did we get him? I think we got him over the 3rd. Good throw, Reynolds. Now let's get you a hit. Hit number 200, please. Let's maybe make a comeback in this game and still get a dub. It's 4-2 here. Ryan Hensley is in the game trying to close this one out for the Reds. Or not the Reds, but the Cardinals. Y'all shouldn't wear the same color scheme. That's your fault. Chopped on the ground. There it is. Hit number 200, baby. They were over at 3rd. I don't know why he went to 3rd base, so immediately didn't try to play it, but I'll take it. Brian Reynolds gets hit number 200 on the season. Keeps the game going. We're jumping in here full time to see if we can get the dub here late. Pete Alonso, first pitch he sees is honestly a ball I probably should have been taken for a home run with that 96 power. But hey, just late are lazy pop flies. Anthony Santander, what do you have to say about that next? Hensley is hitting 100 on the gun though. Definitely a flamethrower, and that's one of the best things to have as a closer. Just somebody that can come in and throw triple digits for 3 straight batters and get you out of there. And so we're going to get a nice double play ball there from Santander. And we lose game 1 here, losing the winning streak too as well. So we were on a 4-game winning streak, but we lose here to the Cardinals here late, trying to play spoiler to keep us away from the Braves, which actually they're kind of doing us a favor. I'd rather face the lowest level division leader than the Dodgers. Shout out to the team getting 7 hits, kind of spreading it around all the love. Nestor Cortez, 7 innings, gave up all the earned runs himself, so maybe left him in a little too long. But 7 strong innings of work to go ahead and get him right for the postseason. And there it is, man. We have clinched our spot there. We're 2 games behind the Braves too as well, so I'm not sure what tiebreakers would do with us with Atlanta. But with that being said, we'll just go ahead and simulate out these last 2 games against the Cardinals. Not much importance here with them. as we do end up splitting those last two, it looks like, winning one and losing the last game of the season. And I'll put us in great position here to go ahead and go into the postseason, as the Curve have also been eliminated, so no postseason championship for them. But we do make it into the postseason rounds, and here's the full playoff tree where we will be facing off against the division rivals Milwaukee Brewers, the lowest level winning division leaders. So we'll have them, Atlanta and the Dodgers up top. Winners of theirs goes to Arizona. Winners of ours goes to Philly. On the opposite end, you've got Baltimore playing the Angels. Winner goes to Texas. Seattle playing Minnesota. Winner goes to Cleveland. So it should be a fun playoff experience. If you guys are ready for postseason baseball finally here in the series, we have made it. We have reached that step. We have progressively gotten better every year. And now we have a chance to go get a postseason series at least. You know, I was expecting to at least make it the postseason this year. I'm not expecting a World Series, but who knows? October is the month of miracles. Now, we don't start playing until October yet. We still got a couple games here in September, but we could have a month of miracles. So if you guys are ready to go and see it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe on your way out the video. If you guys did enjoy it, I would very much appreciate that feedback and that love and support. I hope you guys do have a good rest of your day. It's me, boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka SmooveGotGame. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. I'm gone for the day. Peace.